Now, I have never improvised a saxophone solo in my entire career, and I'm pretty sure you haven't either. Hear me out. I improvise only if something goes wrong. Like if I break something, reed malfunctions, the ligature slips off or whatever, then I'm improvising like crazy. Otherwise, what I'm doing when I'm soloing with a band is I'm composing. That's right, that's the word. I don't know how the word improvising became the word that we use to describe soloing, but so be it. But it's really not what we're doing. We're actually composing, and we're composing on the fly, right? And you know, you're probably wondering, how did Dave get on this tangent? Years ago, there was I took a master class online from Dave Liebman, a fantastic straight-ahead jazz guy and a great teacher, a brilliant, absolutely brilliant soprano sax player. And he said this, and it's just stuck in my mind this whole time. You cannot play on the bandstand what you have not practiced. And I thought about that for so long, and I thought, what the heck did he mean by that? Never had the chance to ask him, but my guess is that in time, all questions are answered. So I'm thinking that what we really do when we're soloing is we're actually repeating things that we've been practicing, right? Different lines, different, say, cliches that we ripped off from Charlie Parker, cool lines from other saxophone players, guitar players, whatever it is, stuff that we take in and we actually practice, and we run those things over and over and over again until they become part of our lexicon. Scales in thirds, scales in fourths, scales in sixths, diminished scales, half diminished scales, minor scales. We learn our chord patterns, we learn our arpeggios, we learn all of those things, and those are all the things that, and I know you practice those. You're running those in your practice room right now, which you just stopped so you could watch this video. Of course. So anyway, that's what we do, and that's what we take to the solo stage when we compose on the fly, as it were, but we compose a solo, right? Based on the melody of the song, we also have the harmony. We're hammocked in by the harmony. We have those two very nice roadmaps to help guide us through this process while we recall pieces, bits and pieces, or ideas that we have stored away in the practice room. Now, a lot of bands actually recorded or practiced their solos, and maybe they didn't write them out, but they played the same ones every time. For example, Lynyrd Skynyrd, well-known band, you might have heard of them. They played the same solos every time. There was no improvising. Everything was the same. You can listen to, any of their concerts, and you'll hear the same guitar parts every time you hear them, And that's not a crime. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point of this is the mythology around improvising, or composing, if you will, is such that I think beginners and newcomers to the craft feel stifled, and I think perhaps a bit overwhelmed when you hear from some of the people that, you have to know all your theory, or you have to, spend hours of, this or that or this or that. And when you get up to play giant steps, which, nobody does. Who plays giant steps? Almost nobody. I don't even think Mr. Coltrane played it in person. I think he never played that outside of having recorded it. Check me out on that and get back to me. I read that somewhere. Anyway, the thing of it is that it can be really intimidating to the newcomer to think, well, I have to know, I can't possibly get up and solo. Well, I'm here to say, yeah, you can. You actually can. Can you hum something? Can you hum a little, anything? Rockabye Baby, Happy Birthday. Have you ever sung Happy Birthday? If you've sung that, you can solo on your saxophone. All you have to do is practice. Now, what do you practice? Well, how about we just get rid of the practice word? Practice is really kind of an act of repetition with a goal, right? Repeating something over and over with a goal. But what do you actually want to play in order to increase your skills as a solo chair, right? Before I give you the answer, let me read to you what an Army psychologist wrote, and I found this very interesting. Our minds cannot possibly be tracking all of that theory and all that stuff you learned in community college while you're up on stage cranking out 24 bars of a solo. And I quote, "When we're in the zone, whether during a tennis match, a math exam, or a violin concerto, we're not critically assessing each movement, but operating in a free-flowing state. If you're hung up with the mechanics and trying to think about what you're doing as you're doing it, you access a whole lot of neural pathways that tie you up." That's Dr. Nate Zinsser, Zinsser. He's a U.S. Army psychologist, wrote a book about the subject, and I found that fascinating. So anyway, back to you. What are you going to play to help you become a better soloist? Well, you could practice soloing. What? You can practice soloing? Yeah. And I'll do another video down the road and we'll talk about that. Maybe next week. But anyway, it's not, put on some backing tracks or just the radio, Spotify. What's the other one? Pandora. Anything. I don't care what you have. And play along to whatever comes up. Just play along to it. That's going to fine-tune your ear, and it's going to help you get closer to your saxophone as an instrument. It's going to separate, you know, the distance between you and the horn. When I press this and I blow, what happens? Well, you do that a lot when you just practice or play, if you will, along with other. You know, I put on a saxophone player that you like and just play along. You don't have to transcribe. Just play along. That is going to get you into the league of the quick composition mind that you need in order to craft a solo much faster than learning a ton of theory. Do you have to know your scales? Yeah, you got to know your scales. Majors? Yeah. And minors? Yeah. But so be it. It's 24 of them. Come on. Get it done. Just get it done. But then during the day or when you have time, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, just play along to some music. Play along to anything. If Sonny Rollins taught us anything, that's one way to get her done. The word is that his parents couldn't afford lessons when he was a little guy growing up, so he played along the radio. And he's our example, you know, as a jazz saxophone player. Obviously it worked. So why don't you give this some thought? If you have comments, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to me at davegoodsax@gmail.com or just post anything in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're progressing and how we can work together to help get you into the solo chair. Composing and not improvising. All right, have a great one. Play that horn. You're not playing enough. I know that. How do I know that? Because I don't play enough. All right, let's get with it.